So, Twitch versus YouTube.
What do you suppose the best live streaming platform is, in general, not just games?
Figuring out whether you should stream on YouTube or on Twitch is a very common and important question.
Platform wars have been a thing since Facebook destroyed MySpace.
Surely the streaming war between YouTube and Twitch, it's been an intense rivalry.
YouTube is, in my opinion, growing a lot in live streaming.
Streaming on YouTube, it's terrible. There's no community.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, man, there's more eyes on YouTube and more people know about YouTube. And that's just kind of bottom line. That's like, you can't really argue that.
So tell me why my YouTube viewers are about half of what my Twitch viewers are.
Like, I don't know if you've seen the numbers on the purple platform, but the numbers are crazy. I mean, I feel like I'd be streaming in front of 100K every single day or something. I don't know.
Man, Twitch had a bad week this week.
It's actually signaling a real potential downfall for Twitch and maybe even the death of Twitch.
Why I left Twitch.
There isn't a live streaming YouTube community that is healthy, that is thriving.
I am so excited to announce that I've joined YouTube Gaming.
I hope YouTube does something with their streaming.
Like I've been streaming on YouTube for like a year and 2 months now. And the only thing that's changed is they've added clipping.
Which should also treat us better or else they're gonna lose us, you know what I'm saying?
We need to have a quick conversation about the future of streaming, the future of Twitch.
What do you guys think? Twitch versus YouTube still continues. Hey, Facebook is still alive, by the way.
Oh, fuck.
If you were to take someone from 1990, sit them down, and tell them that there would come a time where tens of thousands of people would come together to watch the beautiful sight of a girl deep-throating a mic in a horse mask. He'd probably ask how he could watch, but the point is that you would be right. In 2020 alone, people watched over 27 billion live hours of streamable content across all available platforms. That's a fuck ton of whatever the hell this is. Now, that number by itself would leave pretty much any content creator half-chubbed, let's be honest. But there's another kicker. Over the last year, that statistic had increased by almost 80%. Business is booming. Seems like the streaming pie is getting thicker and juicier by the day. And companies are starting to want a little slice. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and even Twitter now have built-in specialized ways to stream to your audience. But there is a problem for these companies trying to get their little slice of this. Out of the total combined 27 billion hours watched in 2020, Twitch by itself accounted for 18 billion of them. If this were a party, Twitch would get his ass kicked out for eating this much of the pie. With a share like that, it's no wonder Twitch doesn't really seem too worried about, well, anything really. Feels good to be at the top, huh?
So, anybody that hasn't seen this, Tim the Tatman today was announced that he was going to be leaving YouTube. He's going to be leaving Twitch and going to YouTube.
I'll be streaming now exclusively on YouTube Gaming. Welcome, Tim, to YouTube Gaming, baby. It's happening, chat.
Dr. Lupo has announced that he will be signing exclusively with YouTube and that he is leaving Twitch.
Damn, Dr. Lupo to YouTube, man.
Lupo announced that he himself was switching from Twitch over to YouTube, and now we have yet another player that is Tim the Tatman.
Twitch is in huge trouble.
That's kind of crazy though, bro. Big moves. It had to be a platform deal. It had to be some bread, some guap, some cheddar, you know what I mean?
What do you think about him leaving? I'd get the bag, dude. What the fuck? What do you mean?
That is actually nutty though. Tim, Doc, Lupo, all to YouTube, bro.
Did you just say we lost Tim the Tatman and Dr. Lupo? Sir, how do you not know these things?
Okay, yes. These two people were some of the biggest creators on the platform, and yes, there is no doubt that this is a blow to Twitch's numbers, but let's not forget that everyone also thought that Twitch was doomed in 2018 when Ninja and Shroud also decided to mix it up. I'm sorry. This is not the beginning of the end for Twitch, but at the very least, it was definitely a very painful cleat straight up the rectum. And they did it to themselves. According to the Washington Journal, Tim and Lupo got lowballed by Twitch. Apparently they offered a much lower contract than they did in 2018 amidst the whole Ninja and Shroud mix-up. Twitch's reasoning? The streaming wars are over. Yeah, that aged well. YouTube's contracts also offered a lot better terms than Twitch's too. According to the chief marketing officer of Novo, Twitch's contracts start at 200 hours a month of streaming, while YouTube's start at only 100. So, you mean to tell me that these guys got offered to do less work for more money, and they took it?
Those motherfuckers!
My point is that there is no one reason these streamers are choosing to move their content. It's a complex mix of many reasons, and none of them have anything to do with Twitch going down or whatever. At least, not yet, because what this does actually do is bring up some very interesting questions about what it even means to be a content creator in 2021. It means you have an OnlyFans, obviously, but besides that, Twitch does actually have a problem. Over the years, Twitch has done an amazing job in amassing a community of people who have developed an addicting site-wide identity. Only on Twitch can you go on some random stream, spell out copium, and have everyone in it know exactly what you mean. You can tell there's a lot of history here. There's a ton of personality in both the main communities and in the hundreds of sub-communities that also exist on the platform. Twitch is not just a website, it's more like a culture.
Did you guys hear it going into my vagina? Now let me push the air out.
Hey, Jeffrey Epstein, I heard what you did, and that isn't very poggers. Poggers.
But this same history, and the nicheness of the site in general, also serve as a drawback. Twitch, even with all of its benefits and its charm, is extremely top-heavy. More than half of the 18 billion hours watched in 2020 on Twitch came from only 1,000 of its top broadcasters, leaving almost 7 million active users to pick up what's left. And honestly, it's kinda easy to see why. Live content, as much as I fucking absolutely love it, it's just not fun to browse. It's long and it's not edited, so there's a big chance someone can just join in during a lull. Or while we're in the middle of a 20-minute conversation.
I like my food like I like my dick. Firm, hard, crunchy, and preferably in my mouth.
Good luck trying to hook someone like that. It's also very restrictive, meaning that the only time that someone can even stumble upon you is when you're live, and only when you happen to be playing a game that they like. Add to that the horrible discoverability features on there, and you can easily see how being successful on this site leads to more success, while getting out of obscurity is pretty much next to impossible. Put it this way, okay? If you're a streamer on Twitch now, and you averaged more than 6 viewers in the last 90 days, then you are literally in the top 6.7% of streamers in the entire site. Yikes. That means that 93% of streamers on Twitch will fail to ever hit 6 concurrent viewers. Millions and millions of people streaming to 0 viewers. Fact of the matter is, unless you have an established audience, a profitable niche, or just the most incredible pair of tits, then growing a streaming channel by itself today is pretty much impossible. Small content creators trying to make it out of obscurity need a more rounded platform than Twitch. And they also need to start thinking about creating other kinds of content that is more easily discoverable if they really want a fighting chance. YouTube not only offers a more varied content spread for this, but also comes with the benefit of having over 2 billion potential viewers, which, even as a big streamer, is something to think about.
YouTube is huge, man. People don't realize. Being on Twitch is like, it's a lake, right? And you're like a pretty big fish in a lake. And then you take that pretty big fish and you go slap that fish. Well, you slap it first, but you go slap that fish into the ocean. And that bitch is tiny. There's a lot of room to grow.
What about me? If it were up to me, I'd just stay on Twitch. In the few years that I've been there, it's hard to say that I haven't become attuned to the culture, if you will. But on the flip side, it's hard to justify spinning my wheels over there when I could be having much better luck over here. At the end of the day, even if someone finds my on-demand content through YouTube, they'd be much more likely to check me out live if they didn't have to cross platforms to do it. Not to mention that YouTube is apparently very serious about providing a better user experience for their live viewers. They've already added really important shit like clips, and they've even hinted at other upcoming improvements like a better chat and gifted memberships. All they're missing is the hot tub section, really, so we'll see. My official plan is that I am waiting until the end of December. If I decide that I'm wasting my time on Twitch, we'll try to stream here for a bit. And if that flops, well, there's always OnlyFans.